made poor decisions. We're back with another episode this week. I mean, it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
Steph kindly come to me today because of childcare issues, and she was saying that there was no.
Oh, I hate this area. This is the worst area ever. Like, I came from my area where there's like nice shade.
Yeah.
Shops not too far apart. Here, it's like you're walking for 20 minutes until you get anywhere, and I'm like,
yeah.
You know those horror films where you have these people living in the middle of nowhere and then they're getting chased by a serial killer?
Oh, yeah.
And then they're running, but they have to run about 800 miles to get to the next neighbour. That's how I feel coming down here.
It is like that in Epping as well, because Epping are mainly farms and...
Bloody bush.
Yeah, and honestly, I always said, like, I'd hate to have that as my view or my backyard, because I just, as you, like, we watch too many horror films, and I'm just like, I feel like I would see someone just staring at me in the middle of the field.
I would need two Rottweilers, one Doberman and one Pit Bull and one Mastiff.
Yeah.
Just to be outside the front.
For your, like, guarding your
Honestly,
life.
maybe like 2 at the front, 2 at the back.
Yeah. Well, we did have, my dad's, I'm going to say ex-girlfriend, but they're kind of, I don't know, maybe back on the scene. But she lives like in Thornwood, which is just past Epping, and her like backyard is just fields. And she had it once where she had this, I can't remember what car it was now, but apparently these guys drove past really slowly, because again she lives in the middle of nowhere, and they just went up, got out, took like the keys or whatever, because they were, I don't know how they did it, like, you know how they can connect to your keys from the inside? Did you know about that?
No.
Yeah, there's like this, I don't know what it is, it's like a program, and if your car's like an electric car or something like that, they can connect like the wires.
This is why electric cars are a bad idea.
And apparently that's what she said happened, and yeah, the car got stolen, and then like loads of police and air. Like,
well, hopefully when she's got a new car, she's got a manual.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, there was like helicopters, and I was just like, it sounds like a whole fucking GTA scene. Yeah. But I was just like,
they were like 4 stars.
Yeah. But no, as I say, at least I don't want to try and complain too much about the weather, but I don't know, I end up doing it. I'm like, when it's hot, it's too hot. When it's cold, it's too cold. I can
That's
never
too
win.
much. I'm alright because my hay fever's not attacking me and I haven't got a flu.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you know what I'm
Because
like.
I get back-to-back flus like it's you're with your friends smoking a spliff and they're passing it around to you. That's how quick I bloody pick up flus, like it's a joke.
Yeah, well, I've had this, I mean, it actually looks alright at the moment, but I don't know if you can see it a little bit. It's actually alright at the moment, but like the eye waters, and it's only just this eye, and then it goes all red, and it's just like...
It doesn't look red though.
No, it's alright at the moment, but I woke up this morning and it was like closed shut, and I was like, Are
you sure you've got conjunct?
And that's what it feels like, but no, apparently it's just allergies, it's just hay fever.
Oh, salt water it.
Yeah, I was bathing. Yeah, my whole eye. I was like,
before you go to bed in the morning. And I hate that shit. That's the worst thing to have. I hate it. My eyes like that.
Yeah.
I hate that crap. It's horrible.
I know.
And you've got to change your bed sheets.
Yeah.
It's yucky. Yeah. It's not the one.
You know one that I'm not looking forward to though, and this sounds ridiculous. Now Naya's at school.
Oh, she's gonna get so much germs.
Yeah, and the head lice.
There's head lice.
I don't think at her school, but it goes around in schools.
Okay, because I didn't get that shit not once, man.
Yeah, my sister's got it bad, and I was just like, they would try and come up to me because they were little, and I'm like, get your head away from my head.
I would have said the same thing.
And my mum never got it, and I'm like, how did my mum never catch? Do you know what I mean? Like, because she's obviously dealing with them all the time, and I'm like, how do you never catch head lice? But like, it worries me when she's got it. I'm like, am I gonna catch it? Like, because I hate. Just the thought of these like little things crawling in your hair.
In my hair. No way.
No.
Not in my hair.
Yeah, my mum had that lice comb, and it was like an electrocuted one where they just like.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and like, but you have to put this treatment in the hair first, brush it through, and then you put the comb, and then you have to get tissue. And literally, I kid you not, it was so disgusting. Dead head lice everywhere on a bit of tissue. It was disgusting. There were just like thousands of little dots. And I'm like, crazy. How many did they have? My mum was like, honestly, it was so bad. So bad.
I would have had to throw the children away. start again.
Oh, remember that bloody bedbug craze that went around? When was that?
That was like, let's say 2 years ago.
Yeah. And everyone was just like...
Maybe went to go on public transport. I said, I'm taking my chances because how am I going to get to work?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I just took my chances. Luckily, nothing happened.
No.
Luckily.
I remember my ex, actually, he lived in a house share once, and he, like, this is when we met, and he actually would come to mine with, like, all these bites all on his skin, and I'll be like, what, like, are these bites on your skin? Where are you getting these from? He's like, I don't know. Anyway, it transpires that he had, like, bed bugs in his bed, but it was because when he got home from mine one day, he went upstairs, because I think he stayed at mine for like 3 days. He went upstairs, there was a man laying in his bed, filthy, like in work clothes, stunk. And he was just like, I think he just was like filthy, and he just made my bed filthy, and his bed bugs just was like infesting in
How did this man just go into his room? How did he get into his room?
Apparently the landlord just said, oh, he's not come back, so I'm assuming he's not coming home. 3 days. Rather than texting him, being like, oh, hi, are you coming back? Like, you think maybe 3 weeks, but 3 days.
It's common sense to know I'm coming back.
Yeah, and he come back like 11 o'clock at night.
Did I hand him my notice?
Yeah, do you see what I mean?
Stupid.
And he was just like, get out my bed. And this guy was like, oh, I'm sorry, but whatever the guy's name was, oh, he let me come in here. He said you weren't coming back. He's like, when did I say that? And honestly, it was such a like shit show.
That landlord would have had to cover the costs.
Yeah. This is what I said. But I think he was a dodgy landlord, you know, just was like, oh, fuck it. But then I've known people that live in house shares where they're like, so, what was it? Like, you know, like the houses, so you've got like 3 floors. So there'll be, 2 bedrooms upstairs probably, 2 bedrooms in the middle, and then maybe 2-3 rooms downstairs. They converted the top, like, 3rd level and the 2nd level into like 6-7 bedrooms.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Because they like build walls into like all these other big rooms and stuff, and they get away with it, and it's like, that's illegal. But these people are just like, oh, I need a room to stay in, so it's like, I'm just gonna get on with it.
I actually couldn't do a house share. People are so nasty.
I've done it once.
They're so dirty. Nah, I'd rather share the street if I have to share the street with somebody. Nah, people are yucky. Don't like the way they carry on. Like, when you have a shower, for example, or when you have a bath, you stay into that bathroom until the water is drained.
Yeah.
And the bath is clean.
Yeah.
Don't leave it and then say, oh, I'm going to come back and then never come back again.
Yeah.
You stay in that fucking bathroom and you clean it after yourself and then you leave. I'm not cleaning up after you. You're not my son or my daughter or my cat.
No, this is it, yeah. Like, when we were in uni, we were in our early 20s, and my friend Harriet at the time at uni, she was house sharing. She had a horrible time, but then she also had good times at different places. So obviously me in my like young 20s, I'm like, oh, house sharing could be quite a good thing, you know, like, you know, I've heard some good things, people talk about it. Anyway, when it got to like my late 20s, so again, this was when I was with my ex, and we were kind of in a situation of, we're gonna probably be offered this other place, but we can't really pay the rent on this other place. So to be cheap, we might have to house share, because there was no room for me to go back to my mum's house either. So we found this house literally like across the road over here, whatever. And the landlord seemed nice, like she was very, very kind, and was like, okay, like we can show you around, and then you just got to pay like a cheap upfront deposit, whatever. I was like, okay, cool. So we went and had a look. The room was huge, it was nice. Everyone seemed friendly, but again,
sounds like a good storyline.
Yeah, so we were just like, okay, yeah, like we'll take it. It's only gonna be like a few months. I think literally we were only there for like 3 months, but it felt like 3 fucking years. Honestly, I moved in and I just said, like, I hate it. I hate living here. The floorboards were like creaky as hell. So, you know, like trying to like go to the bathroom at 3 o'clock in the morning when you really got to go was like a fucking pain in the arse, because you're just like, I'm gonna wake up with other people up, but like, whatever, this is how it is. You had a couple next door to us where this guy thought he could rap. He really could not.
Everybody thinks they're a rapper.
And they smoked weed. Not an issue with the smoking weed. But I know it's going to sound disgusting, but they would smoke. Then about 11 o'clock at night, every fucking night, would go in that bathroom, take it in turns to shit their fucking soul out, and it would stink. They wouldn't even spray. They
What are
wouldn't
they
clean the
eating
toilet.
to be shitting like that?
I have no idea, but it really, really smelled so bad.
Are you sure it was just weed they were smoking?
I have no idea.
Not
It smelled
cracking
like
it?
it might have been. Because he was a bit, I can't explain, like very hyper. But again, because I don't really smoke it. Like,
Could
you know,
have been on speed.
Yeah. But, so you had them. Then you had Katrina, who was this like woman in her 60s, lived on her own in this small bedroom. Seemed nice, but she was really racist.
Mm.
And then we had downstairs this guy who was in his 50s who was in the acting school across the road. So he was very much, you know, you hear at like 10 o'clock, la 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 la, like all this, and we're just like sitting there, like, you have a fucking laugh. Like, I'm trying to watch my TV show and all I can hear is this guy.
That's crazy.
And he would invite back like students he'd studied with, and they're all doing the same thing, like, you know, like these exercises. I'm just like, right. So yeah, so you had all that shit going on. And then I got ill, and it was around the time of COVID. So I got really sick, and I said to my ex-partner, like, oh, I don't know if it is COVID, but I think obviously it's just flu, but, you know, they could put it down as COVID, whatever, you know, if I went to the doctors. And what was it? Katrina, the lady, so we were in the kitchen at the time. She's come in, pretended like she hadn't been listening to our conversation, and was just like, oh, I just kind of did hear, like, I wasn't listening in, but you could have COVID. And I was like, no, I'm not saying it is COVID, I'm saying, but I've got a flu, like, you know. And with that, she was like, right, so if you want to go a toilet, could you go into a bucket? I'm not joking you. Can you go in a bucket outside, so that you're not spreading anything in the bathroom, because obviously that's a communal area, and can you not come down to the kitchen? You need to send your partner to the kitchen. And I was like, sorry. Like, I was like laughing, are you joking? She's like, no, I'm not joking.
I wouldn't have even laughed. I would have told her, why don't you choke on one and fuck off?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, but you know how like Samir was. So
Oh, bun him!
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
He was he like piped up really quickly and was just like, la, la, la. I was like, oh my god. And then the actor guy come and go, what's going on, this commotion? Anyway, it was a whole fucking scene, right? So I go back upstairs, I'm like, are they having a fucking laugh? And then like Samir's just like, alright, look, like, you're gonna go bathroom, like, you're not gonna shit in a fucking bucket.
Are they sick?
So honestly, I would go to the bathroom and I could hear them just being like, you know, like upstairs on the landing.
Just taking a shit. That's what I would have said.
And I'm just like, fucking talk. If you get ill, you get ill. Like, we're living in a house share. What do you expect me to do? And I'm clean.
Imagine if
I
you was with
clean
your
after
family.
myself.
Would she have said that to one of her family? Like, Mum,
Yeah,
you might have COVID. I was just overhearing and blah de blah.
Yeah.
Could you shit in the bucket and not come downstairs to the kitchen,
Yeah.
Mum? Like, that's a bit
I know.
nuts.
So that's why I was just like, you know what? I thought in my early 20s, house sharing was going to be a good idea. And then when I actually experienced it, I was like, that was the worst fucking experience of my life.
I get that.
So I was like, nah, never again.
Nah,
Never again.
I would never want to.
No.
I just don't. I can't with people. People are dirty.
Yeah, honestly.
I just can't. They're dirty, and then they're so up themselves.
Yeah,
Like their shit don't stink.
yeah.
That's what's annoying. And it wouldn't be so mad if you were OCD clean and then carrying on like your shit don't stink, because it might not, because you're OCD.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be clean,
Yeah.
but not when you're
Yeah.
just regular, just like me. Like you can't, you know.
I know. But was there anything that you have experienced, or like you thought was something like, oh, I'm gonna do, or like I want to do this, like I've been told it's good, or and then you've kind of lived it and it's like it's not up to your expectations.
I think I think uni
Oh yeah. Okay.
uni wasn't, but I just went with the flow.
Yeah.
The way they said it in the films and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it like it's got a crazy experience, but maybe it's the American experience. Maybe I would have probably enjoyed going off to college in like America
True.
than like the UK experience of uni.
Yeah. Because did you, when you were at uni, was your teachers very much like, you know, you'd have a lecture or you'd have a class, whatever, and it's like, right, no, piss off and get on with it, basically?
Um,
Or did they have a kind of more of a structure?
we had a
like...
bit more of a structure. We had
Okay.
seminars and shit, and then we did have time where we would like have like studio time
Yeah,
to like create work and whatnot.
yeah, okay.
So it did
Oh,
vary. We had
yeah.
like the longest was the 2-hour lectures. Jesus.
Oh my god, yeah, I know.
Keeping my bloody attention for 2 hours was so hard, and like we were in the massive theatre, yeah, while he was talking. I'm like, can I smell weed coming through the air vents?
Oh my god.
It's the whole of the campus smoking weed for it to be like I could just smell it. Like
Yeah,
it was crazy, and it happened on more than 3, 4, 5 occasions.
really? Oh wow.
But there was at one point there was police on campus because people were selling, innit? Because even one time I was like walking around, and then a guy was just like, "You smoke?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
I had this
Obviously,
one time.
like I have a cigarette in my hand. He's
Yeah.
like, "Do you smoke weed?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Look what I've got." Open up his jacket. You know that guy on Recess
Yeah.
that sells bare stuff and he's got things in his pockets. He just went, "Boop." Yeah, I got this. And when he took it out, it was like a nice little display case, and he had it all sectioned off. And the weed looked like little mini islands. There was Jamaica. There was like Montserrat. Like it was nice. I was like, this is kind of cool. So we just took his number, but they were watching the cameras because a lot of people.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think. Well, I remember one guy asking me, but I didn't think much of it. And then there was another time when some guy came up to me and was like, "Oh, are you engaged?" And I wasn't at the time, and I had a ring on my finger. I think it was just this one. I went, "Yeah," and he went, "Oh, no worries, I'll leave you alone." I was like, "Okay, got out of that one."
I tried that as well. Sometimes I don't, and people are like, "Well, you should." Like,
Yeah.
what is he playing
Yeah.
at? And I'm like, I'd love for you to have a word with him.
Yeah, yeah.
And somebody even grabbed my hand. Like I told them, "No, I'm with somebody." And he went out his way, grabbed my hand, and I was looking at him. Like, I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I was just seeing if there was a ring." There was no ring. And I just laughed because what could I say?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
see if there was a ring.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you kind of hinting that I'm technically single. Even after I've told you I'm not single. I was like, I live with a whole person.
Yeah, there was some very interesting times on uni, like on the campus. I mean, I remember one time. Again, this is what I meant by, did they let you get on with it? Because we had a teacher, and this was first year, so everyone's new, or most of us are new to photography. Some are like, "Oh, I did photography back in da da da." Okay, like fair enough, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I was very new to photography. And he's like, "Right, so today's lecture we're going to do green screen." Okay, that was it. He went, "So there's a green screen, there's your lights, and then this is your camera. So I'm just going to go grab a coffee with one of my friends that's just come to visit us." And we were split in groups. So me and my group, there's like 5 of us, 6 of us in this group. We sort of look at each other like, "Oh, okay." Anyway, one of us, oh my god, one of us has gone over to the lights, and she's like, "This looks like a spotlight." I went, "Yeah, but I don't know, it looks more like a cap to me, like a cap, you know, to protect the bulb." And she was like, trying to unscrew it, but it wouldn't come off. So I went, "Oh, maybe it's just me, maybe you're right, I don't really know much about lights." And she put it on, and about 5 minutes later, I'm like, can anyone else smell burning?
Oh my god.
I was like, and then this girl, I've forgotten her name now, but she was like, "Yeah, I can smell, like, it smells really like it's something's burning." So we're looking around, as I've looked over in the corner, that fucking light is on flames. And it was a cap, it melted into the bulb. So we've had to get, like, one of those with the fire extinguishers.
Oh,
Someone knew what to do with that. So she's like putting it all out. We then like, "Oh my god, we're gonna have to phone like our tutor." So we phoned him and we were like, "Ralph, so something's kind of happened." And he's like, "What?" We're like, "We've kind of set a light on fire." He's come speeding back, obviously really angry. But then we were like, "I'm not trying to be rude. You kind of left unexperienced students to get on with it." It's like, what do you kind of expect? And
It's very unprofessional.
Yeah, and he did say, he went, "Look," he said, "I've just checked the light. It is just the cap that is damaged." He was like, "So it's not like you're going to have to pay out for the light."
You wouldn't pay that
And
shit.
I thought, oh, well, yeah, even if the light was damaged, I ain't paying.
Yeah, where was you? You're a
Yeah,
teacher. Teach. Why are you
exactly.
meeting your friend?
Yeah.
Wait until the weekend like everybody
know.
else.
So, yeah, that was... That was something. I'll never forget that day.
No, my tutors were very hands-on. They were always there.
Yeah.
Couldn't shake them if I wanted to. They were always there.
Yeah.
Because one time I had like a one-to-one where they were like reviewing my work and everything, and I had like 2 phones at the time. And then after we've done it, it's finished. He's like, "Oh, can I ask you a question?" I'm just like, "It's not gonna be art related, but okay."
Yeah.
I even said my thought out loud, and I said, "Okay." And he's just like, "Why have you got 2 phones?" And then in my head, I was like, I saw this. Why don't you mind your fucking business?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, one's for music and one's for emails. Oh, okay. Guy thought I was a drug dealer. He must have. I said, don't be racist. You know how much of my white friends are drug dealers and they have 2 phones and you wouldn't even think. Don't piss me off.
I know.
I was like, literally, that's what it is. You can see one's got headphones hanging out of
Even
it.
if you said to him, say like, just say it as a...
And if I was a drug dealer, I really had 2 phones on the table.
That's what I mean. You're not going to be like, yes, I've got one because I sell drugs, and then the other one because I just use it. Who, in their logical mind, is going to say
They're going to be a lot more discreet. You can tell I'm not, because I've got I've got my phones on the table. Yeah. I'm carrying 2 phones in my hands around. Like, I'll swap them when I'm walking around, take one out pocket, change music, take the other one out because I've got a message. Yeah. But it did have a SIM card, so it was a phone that you could ring.
Right, okay.
Basically, but it was still a thing where it's like, it's just like, it's my music phone mainly. Like, I don't know what this guy's on. I couldn't believe it. I was like, the audacity. I remember the sucker.
Yeah. Well, it's like, again, you know, when you're in your early 20s, you think going to uni is like, you know, the best thing ever, didn't you? You think, oh, okay, I'm going to go uni, I'm going to get the best job out of it.
That's how they sell it.
Yeah, they do. But I know so many people that don't.
I can't knock it because it gave me more direction to what type of artist I want to be.
Yeah, true. I mean, in all fairness, I didn't do photography before. Now I do photography.
I did a lot of networking.
Yeah.
If I didn't go uni, would I know so many artists? If I was to do a project and I needed a hand, or I needed some help with doing something, or I needed some advice, there's people that I can go to.
Yeah, yeah.
So, that is you know, that's why I don't regret it in a sense, because I'm like, when I die anyway, the debt's going to die with me, so it's not that bad. I would have never went uni if the debt was passed on to my offspring. I'd be like, fuck this.
I did get actually an email the other day. It was like, your student loan. I was like, oh,
they did that as well. They sent me it through the post. I was just like, if I was suicidal, I literally would have just killed myself right now.
Yeah.
When I saw the number, because I did a BA and then I did a master's. So when I saw that, I was like, well, I'm gonna be dead before I pay all of that anyway, boy.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But some people do. Like, I remember when I was at uni and someone said to me, oh yeah, if I come into money, my first thing I'm going to do is pay off my uni debt. And I'm like, I wouldn't even touch my uni debt.
I thought about it, but then afterwards I was like, nah, my money's going to offshore accounts and I'm going to change my identity and I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm not paying shit back. I'm going to be like Wesley Snipes. Because Wesley Snipes, he avoided paying taxes for how many years?
Did he?
Yeah, they caught up with him, but he got away with it for how many years? That's going to be me.
Well.
But I'm going to go to Mexico. I'll never come back.
You'd be like Rue out of Euphoria.
Literally, I'll never come back.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a smart. That is smart.
Get that shit.
I will give you that.
No way. If I won the lottery, the student finance can go sit on
it. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, this is what I mean. I wouldn't want to pay them.
Because their interest is crazy.
I know.
They've made it impossible for people to come out of loans. I mean, out of debts.
I know. It wasn't my cousin, so my granddad was telling me today.
But I heard it gets reversed. Sorry to cut you.
No, go on.
To cut you? To cut you. Yeah. My cousin was saying after a certain amount of years, I find out the number for you again. They meant to wipe it free. I mean, like, get rid of it, Oh, okay. But I need to find out how many years. Can't remember. I don't want to say a random number and it's incorrect.
I know they did say that, but then I didn't know if it changed. Or as you just said, the numbers changed and then, God knows.
Can't remember what she said.
But it's like, again, you know, anything here is just so fucking expensive. Like, my granddad was saying, my cousin, he's just, I mean, he's got a good job, so I'm not going to slate him for that. But he drives now, he's bought a new car, it's an Audi. But he was saying, he's going to be, well, how old is he, my cousin? He's going to be 21. So he's so young.
He's very young.
He's young.
He's a baby.
And he's going to be in so much debt, you know, like, with buying this car. He's got just so much money he's going to have to pay off.
Why don't you just get it on finance?
I don't know.
Well, money's in crazy about bloody sense, it looks like.
But I was just like, and my granddad was saying, like,
if you've not got a savings to do something like that, then I think you should just finance it.
Yeah. But I just think, again, I know it's a car, and I know boys are, again, girls like cars, you know, whatever, but I don't think I'll be spending my money on
I couldn't care if it was Chris Brown tickets, and I am in love with that man. I'm in love with that man. No way. I'm sorry, babes.
I know, my sister was looking at last year before, Blackpink, you know, the Korean girl band. Guess how much a ticket cost to go see them?
How much?
£270 a ticket.
Oh, let me beat yours. So meet and greet, backstage, grand to see Chris Brown.
£1,000?
I was contemplating it.
No.
I did contemplate it. I've loved him from the day I've seen this man.
Even like £270 for me, I'm like, nah.
How old was I? Probably 2006. That's when I was just like, yeah, I fell in love with this man. And I contemplated that grand. I contemplated it, and I was like, Steph, you'd be crazy, man.
Yeah.
Take that grand and go to the Caribbean.
But people do. This is the thing.
I know,
like,
they do.
Take my money. But like you, I would rather spend it on a holiday, like an experience where like it's not just
an experience that lives in my mind.
Yeah. Like you
Half
only
an
meet
hour.
for 5 minutes, and then you go listen to his songs for like
even though
2 hours.
When he does meet and greets, he really does meet and
does
greets.
he? Oh, okay, right.
He really does.
Oh,
I've got to
enough.
show you the pictures. Like you have girls with their leg up on him and stuff like that.
Right,
Like they proper take meet and greets. Like it makes me laugh when I see it. 'Cause I'm like, these guys are getting their grand's worth.
Yeah.
You bloody better.
Well, he probably thinks the same thing. He's like, better give him a show. Cause,
Yeah, of course.
you
People
know.
are paying an arm and a leg for you, my friend. They're paying literally Caribbean money.
Caribbean money.
No, that's big. That's literally, that's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, because I was talking actually as well. I mean, like, you know, it's lovely with having kids and stuff, you know. I mean, I've got a daughter. You obviously want to have children in the future too. But I was speaking to this girl I met the other day, and she's got 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying, though, like, to go on holiday for the 5 of them, so her husband and 3 kids, it's going to cost her like $5,000, and that's just to go somewhere like Turkey. You know, you're just like...
It's nothing if it's $250 each. It's doable.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, true.
It depends how determined you are. And to be honest, I'm so determined because I like travelling.
Yeah.
I've got it and I can do it.
Yeah.
That's my attitude. Like,
Yeah, you've got
I've
it.
and
do
I
it.
can do it because and I can work hard to make that back.
But I just hate to be one of those people that, because as you, like, we love travelling. I like to try and go at least on like 2 holidays a year. Do you know what I mean? And like, it kind of like, oh god, like the kids, am I going to be pushing just 1 holiday a year? And I'm just like,
You gotta get these kids a job.
yeah. Like, Naya, when you are out of preschool, you're going to be doing the paper rounds.
Isn't it? Honestly.
Yeah,
Even my cat, I'm like, she's gonna have to start working these corners soon.
what's that, Coco? She can make OnlyFans videos the way she humps those pillows.
Oh,
Jesus
sorry,
Christ.
she's too much.
She does, out of frustration, she'll hump this pillow, and I'm like, get off. And you can say it about 10 million times, she'll still come back and try. And you just think, if you've been told once or twice,
I'd have to chuck the pillow at
and you know,
spot.
you've been shouted at, I'll be like, right, better not do that again, because I've been shouted at, obviously it's wrong. No, she doesn't give a shit. She'll come back and do it again.
She's frustrated still, she's just like, oh, fuck this.
And then she's got like a blanket for her bed, because she just chews through, like, you know, beds. And I just think, it's fucking pointless. I spend however much money on a bed for you, and within a day it's gone. So I'm like, you can sleep on a nice comfy sheep quilted rug, whatever, but she humps up.
She's a top
And I
shagger,
just
isn't she?
think, are you okay, Coco? Yeah, she's like the horniest horn
My
dog.
sister's dog's like that, but he mainly shags men.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to think if he's gay. I think once he's
No,
tried it with
no,
me, and I
no.
said, "Don't you dare! I am not a guy." Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Coco will do it with
once.
anyone. Yeah.
He's tried it, and I'm just like, I will fight you, dog.
I
I
think-
am not the one.
I know. One time Coco has, she's tried humping my aunt's dog, and he's a boy. But the boy lets Coco do it. And I'm like, you guys, you're not gonna
He's just
have
like,
any,
he's just
any
like, get out your
satisfaction,
system,
yeah.
hurry up, get out your system.
I'm like, the other way, yes. But Coco on the boy, that's not gonna work. But yeah, so how have we
That's
gone
funny.
from, again, shagging, well, dog shagging and...
Houses.
Oh, we're sometimes too much, but I love it. couldn't ask for a better friend.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. But yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode. Hopefully we'll be a little bit cooler, won't be so hot-headed, and yeah, we shall see you then, guys. Take care.
Bye for now.